What is M.2 vs SATA? What is the difference between M.2 SSD and SATA SSD? This video will explain them deeply from SATA bus standard vs PCIe bus standard, and from ASA mode vs NVMe mode. So, let's get started. Brief introduction to SATA SSD and M.2 SSD. As we all know, compared with HDD, hard drive disk, SSD, solid-state drive has advantages of faster read-write speed, smaller size, no noise, and so on. Click comparison among SSD, HDD, and SSHD to know more. Generally speaking, SSD's performance is better than that of HDD. Many computer users would like to replace the old HDD with a new SSD. However, the interface type of SSD will also have influence on its performance. Some users notice that, but they don't know how interface type affects the performance, and they don't know the specific differences between them. And they ask questions online like the following one. Then, what's the difference between SATA SSD and M.2 SSD? SATA SSD. What is SATA SSD? SATA SSD is an SSD with SATA Serial Advanced Technology Attachment Interface. So far, SATA interface has 3 versions. The current popular version is SATA Revision 3.0, so-called SATA 6 Gbps, which was published by Serial ATA International Organization. SATA I/O in 2009. SATA interface mainly uses ASI, Advanced Host Controller Interface Protocol. The throughput transfer rate value of SATA 6 Gbps is 6 GB/s, and its theoretical data transfer speed is 600 MB/s. M.2 SSD. M.2 SSD is an SSD with M.2 interface. M.2 is also called Next Generation Form Factor, and GFF, which is a new generation interface standard tailored for Ultrabook to replace the M.SATA interface. Compared with M.SATA SSD, M.2 SSD has advantages of smaller size and better transmission performance. M.2 interface can be divided into 2 types: B-key, socket 2, and M-key, socket 3. B-key interface can support SATA bus standard and PCIe 3.0 X2 bus standard, and it may support ASI protocol or NVMe protocol. M-key interface only supports PCIe 3.0 X4 bus standard and NVMe protocol. The theoretical read-write speed can be up to 4 GB/s. In addition, M.2 interface has 3 popular module specifications. They are 2242, 2260, and 2280, respectively. The most common one is 2280. Therein the number 22 stands for width and the number 80 stands for length. M.2 SSD vs SATA SSD. SATA bus standard vs PCIe bus standard. A bus is a common communication trunk that transmits information between various functional components, such as CPU, memory, hard disk, and various input and output devices of a computer. It is a transmission harness composed of wires. Bus standard stipulates module side, pin location, and other technical specifications. Thus, manufacturers can produce chips and devices, including hard disk, according to the bus standards and specifications. SATA bus standard is an external bus standard for hard disk. It adopts serial connection mode, which makes the interface have advantages of simple structure, fast transfer speed, high execution efficiency, stronger error correcting capacity, and support for hot plug. PCIe bus standard is an internal local bus standard, which is put forward to replace PCI, Peripheral Component Interconnect Bus. It is a high-speed serial point-to-point dual-channel high-bandwidth transmission. In PCIe bus standard, the connected devices are allocated exclusive channel bandwidth and do not share resources with other devices. It mainly supports active power management, error reporting, end-to-end reliable transmission, hot plug, quality of service, QoS, and other functions. Above all, it has a very high transfer rate. From the angle of read-write speed, PCIe bus standard is prior to SATA bus standard. In SATA bus standard, the data operation process is as follows. Data will be first read from the hard disk to memory, and then extracted to CPU for calculation, and then written to memory after calculation, and finally stored to hard disk. However, in PCIe bus standard, the data is directly connected to the CPU through the bus, and the need for memory to call the hard disk is eliminated, so that the PCIe transfer speed is close to the maximum transmission speed. These are the common differences between these two. Hope you like this video. Please comment, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos.